Bad day for the left. Mark Levin laid out exactly what it is that they want and exactly how they're going to try to get it. Y'all like the video right here. Follow for more updates. Check this one out.
Believe it or not, I'm lying in bed for 2.5 months because I tore my tendon. And I'm starting to think about these things. You know, people think about other things. And I was thinking, I think we have this whole founding thing a little wrong. We talk about liberty and we talk about all that, but liberty without rights means nothing. And rights without power means nothing. 1936, Stalin's Constitution is really one of the greatest constitutions ever written, but it meant nothing. It talks about liberty, it talks about rights, talks about equality, very much like Mamdani and the rest of these people. So I got to thinking about power. And then I got to break it down. Negative power, positive power, soft negative power, soft positive power, to try and use the ancients like Aristotle and Cicero, try to use American history and try and bring it to today. Because this whole idea of American Marxism, or what they call themselves, democratic socialists,
oh God,
it's starting to take hold. And we got to figure out a way to fight this. And the way to fight it is you have to compare something with something. And so what they do is they look for imperfections in capitalism, imperfections in man, and they exist. Man's not perfect. And they exploit them. They exploit them with slogans. They exploit them with promises. They exploit them. And my view is, let's bring them back to reality and deal with what they're actually doing.
Also, it's hard to tell the American people stuff that they were born with and they're used to, that this doesn't happen all the time. And it's hard to, like, you have to tell the founding fathers how important this was. But as we get further and further away from that, people just take for granted what we have. So here's an example of positive power, because you break it down very specific. You say positive power starts from an altogether different premise than negative power. God is the sovereign, and through God, his children, and that is the individual and the people, are sovereign. Thus, power properly understood and exercised is the context of government. It's about the well-being of the people, not the rulers. The people are the sovereign, not the governing authority. And importantly, the belief in God-given eternal truths, natural law, and unalienable rights is the basis of moral and virtuous society that transcends any ruling class. This is one way of saying the government is not more important than the people. The people are in charge. And when they aren't in charge, that's when you have a dictatorship, which is almost every other government before we came around.
Look at our own country. What do we deal with? The Democrat Party, Mamdani, Sanders, AOC, the rest of these people. What do they fight over? They want to control the centralization of power.